Hey guys, today I'm working on transferring corn to empty out this wagon. I'll kind of show you the system I got here. Basically, we're running it right out of the wagon. Starting to run faster than the auger can run it. Out of the wagon, we got this little auger here, which is it actually came off the seed wagon, actually that seed wagon, which is full of oats. And I use it to transfer usually corn. A lot of times I'll use this for getting corn out of the silo into the mixer. So this wagon needs to get emptied. This is what we call the distiller's wagon. So we actually pull this with the truck to the ethanol plant, and we'll fill it up with dried distiller's grains. I needed to buy corn for the goats, so we just dumped it in this wagon. Well, now it's getting to the point where we're gonna need to get distillers, so I gotta empty the wagon. So I got two big, we'll call them totes. I believe both of them had my hay acid or preservative in. I cut the tops off, I washed them off real good, and now we're gonna fill them up with corn for now. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with when I want to mix feed, how I'm gonna manage that, but that wagon's got to get emptied, and this is the only thing I can think of at this point in time. We're talking about maybe looking and finding a cheap gravity box if I need to do this again in the future, which I will have to. If we're gonna feed wet cake for most of the year, and so I'm gonna have to get dry corn, and I'm gonna need somewhere to put it. So another wagon might be on the list. So this auger runs off hydraulics. I got it hooked to the Deutz over there, and that's running. I did scoop this pen out a little bit, and we backed the wagons around. I got the mixer in the corner there. Hopefully we can get this wagon empty and pull him out, and then I don't know, we'll have room for a baler then if I need it. So yeah, we're getting there. This tote's about half full. I'm hoping if I get both of these full, it'll be pretty much empty, but we'll see. I don't know. Alright, so both of these totes here are pretty well full. Could probably get a little bit more in, but so this is just basically straight shelled corn. There is a few cracked kernels, but running through augers and all that, it does that. And there's some fines in there, but it's feed, so it don't really matter. Well, I know these are full, and let's climb up here and see the damage. I'm thinking I'm gonna need, actually doesn't look too bad. Probably another good 3/4 tote. I got the tarp in here. Wish we had a rolling one, but so I don't know, maybe I'll cut another tote at some point, get this ran out. That wouldn't be too hard to well, I'll think on it. I'd probably end up cutting another tote, but we got them, might as well use them. Can only use so many for water, and So yeah, we're gonna see how this works. Um, I'm kind of thinking um, somehow underneath, coming down underneath there, and possibly cutting a hole and putting some sort of a slide in. Either that or even coming where the spout is and cutting. That doesn't look as easy. But some way that I could hold these totes just above the auger and open the slide, and it would run right out the bottom right into the mixer or this auger or something like that. I don't know. And maybe I should just go out and buy a cheap wagon. I mean, I don't need much of a wagon. I could go and say find like a feed bin, a small couple ton feed bin. That's another option, but I mean, you can find a wagon like this one. This isn't much of a wagon. I believe I patched this a few times. I think, yeah, there's just a random plate in there. This is always a seed wagon. They might have used this for fertilizer. I don't really know. At some point, it's pretty well rusted out, but it still works, and so I might as well use it. I got oats in there now. I think he's almost empty too, so I'm gonna have to buy oats. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what the right thing to do is, but I really do. I really like moving corn. We're getting ready to combine, and it's always a fun part of the year is combining. Chopping corn is pretty fun, and it's kind of a change in pace. But combining corn's always, I guess you put all the work in, and when you combine, that's when you get your reward. And but yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably cut another tote, but we'll see. I got a handful. I get the hay keeper in it, and I go through. I think I went through probably three or maybe four of these this year. So I got plenty of the. Actually, I got one out there that's all bent up. We actually tipped it over. Me trying to hurry up and load the baler probably. The other issue with these, the pallet fork that we have is not adjustable, and it does not fit in here. So for me to move these, I either have to hook straps over the top, or we got to get it picked up enough to slide a pallet under, and it really irritates me when I get these. So we gotta mess around with that, and I'll show you the pallet forks here. It's just a random video of me blabbing. But anyways, we got these pallet forks. We got a steal on these. I think we paid maybe $100 for them, and they work wonderfully for so many things. Problem is, I'm not sure if this was a bale fork at one time, but we got these points on there, and they never quite slide in the pallet, or you bust the pallet, or yeah, it's a mess. But so the other thing, the reason I'm gonna either need to buy corn, or we're talking about maybe taking it to the mill and having them dry it and then loading it back out. Let me get around here. So this is that wet cake that, oh man, there I go. It's, I don't know, I wouldn't really call it, it's pretty wet right now, but I mean, you can make a ball out of it, so it's still pretty wet. But this is that wet cake that we've been buying, and it's been replacing our high moisture corn. Basically, if you look at it, all the stats on it, it's basically the same as corn. It's a byproduct of milling of some sort. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. What they do when this is the byproduct, I don't know. But plan is that we're gonna fill just the big silo there with high moisture corn. And so we're gonna fill it up, we're gonna cover it up, we're gonna seal it up, do whatever we gotta do. We're gonna feed this until probably April, March, April, somewhere in there. And then we will discontinue buying this, open that silo up, feed it out. As soon as we run out, we'll probably switch back and start getting this again. We're really liking this. It does seem like the steers are gaining. They seem like they're really filling out nicely. And I'm not going to say that maybe the corn isn't doing what it's supposed to. I know the last month of feeding the corn, we weren't putting as much as we should have been in. If that makes any sense. We were running low. We didn't know what we were going to do. We were going to have corn to combine when we ran out, so he kind of skimped on it a little bit. We fed more dried distillers, and then we kind of talked about this. So then we got a load of this, and we realized that this stuff really works good. It really mixes into our mixer really well, and it makes a really nice feed in the end. So that's the plan. So I will have to have shelled corn around this winter going into spring, and as soon as that would run out, I could switch to the silo. My other thinking is maybe I just run shelled corn all year. I can mix the bin full. I can mix a ton at a time. I don't have to worry about that. And yeah, I mean, and I would have to worry about it heating and molding and whatnot. So yeah, other things going on here. I was hoping to possibly get some strub, if not baled today, raked. It is just damp. We had about a tenth of rain last night. So we went out there, we looked at it. It's just really kind of tough yet. If the sun was shining, maybe we'd rake it up. I don't know. But we are ready to go. We got both balers are currently hooked up. That baler is pretty well ready. I think I got to button up a few things. It's going to need to get greased, grease, oil. I think the twine's okay. My other baler's out in the field yet, so I don't know if we'll run that for, you know, however long, bring it back, do the service, send it back out. I'm really hoping we can get going tomorrow. It's just today the sun was out for so long, and then it kind of went away, and it really never did anything. There was still spots on the grass that were wet. It just never dried like we would have wanted it to. because we were hoping to possibly get some raking done today, and hopefully by tomorrow morning we could start right up. But that's not the case. So hopefully we can start raking in the morning, bale in the afternoon. We stopped. The golf course here is, I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do there. The hay never really dried like it should have. We got days though. I'm not worried at all as far as getting it done. It's gonna get done. Hopefully the weather report stays as it is. But anyways, thanks for watching me ramble. I didn't really have, there's nothing going on, there's nothing to film. We just kind of messed around today. So hopefully tomorrow we'll hit her hard. Next day, the next day, the next day, and see, hopefully we can get a couple hundred acres pounded out. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, WI Boards Beef and Baling. I'm going to try and get some, I'm actually going to upload a picture right now. I don't know what I'm going to take a picture of, but so yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time.